Here's a new film report on the movie Boyhood. This is Humbler Axe who wrote it. What I'm inclined right now to write is not meant to confound readers. Far from that. I do these reviews not only to inform folks of movies that I have just seen, but also to force on myself a discipline for writing how I really feel about films I have just seen. And in this recent film, which has been the recipient of immense major praise, I find myself at odds. Hence, my request is, by all means, to plan to see what they're calling a masterpiece, the world's greatest, the year's greatest, a first in films, so you won't feel left out of the hullabaloo. But still, if you are so inclined, kindly continue to read my honest feelings about Boyhood. You see, this film is something that has not ever been done before. The director, who's also the writer, has come up with an idea for a tale that features a 6-year-old's maturing into a young man of 18 years. The year is 2002. The film starts off with an actual 6-year-old who lives in the town of Austin. Every year, Linkletter, the writer-director, will proceed to visit this kid. He is going to film him and in the process show him living his formative years with a family that is actually made up of folks who are actors. His father is going to be played by Ethan Hawke, and his mom will be portrayed by Patricia Arquette. His sister, who happens to be the real daughter of the director, is a young Lorelei Linkletter. Now here's how the filming took place. Every year, for a few weeks, Linkletter met with these 4 cast folks. Apparently they reviewed how their lives had been going for the past year. And then he and they worked up scenes and a story that became part of the film as it aged from year to year. Eller Coltrane, Mason, is the only one of the 4 who is not an actor. Somehow Linkletter met this young boy and felt that he had something Linkletter could count on for a 12-year dedication to the making of this unique movie. So now the film starts off with the mother having already been divorced and is struggling to raise the kids. Mind you, this story is made up. It is not true to life as far as we have learned. All we know is we are watching a film with 4 people who we will continue to watch for the next 12 years. We'll watch young Mason cope in all of the scripted scenes and the rehearsed dialogues with his life and the close-knit lives of the others. And each of them will grow older. That part is real. That part I got. But the part I didn't get was, how do we know that their aging authenticates the fictional part we're asked to experience? Does it not turn out to be a documentary sham? When we see his mother move out of town, heroically get several degrees and become a teacher, is this really her achievement? And if it is nothing more than doped resume of a woman who we have seen struggling, just how are we supposed to process it? As humans, we need to know, what rules are we playing by? Are the rules fictional rules, or are the rules true life grit rules? Not being sure bothered me about the entire phenomenon of this movie. If the sole truth that's in Boyhood is seeing growth of a real boy, I can buy that. Yes, it's cool to see him grow tall and talk deeply, and to see other people, all actors, get older as they deal with changes in their made-up film characters. Yes, that's all well and good, but how is that supposed to deepen my experience as a film observer? Am I really getting much seeing Hawke act much wiser? My sense is that we are all intoxicated with the notion that cameras can now capture the real lives of folks as they live. Is this really the Holy Grail? Do we somehow attach more value to real folks being revealed, living fake lives, as opposed to someone who has inculcated a meaningful story to tell? Somewhere it seems Linkletter has fallen prey to giving us a story with the passage of time as the important theme, and most all else secondary. There is no doubt that he has dedicated himself to constructing a unique film, as far as showing folks engaged in their life flow. But in the end, what do we get? Isn't it not much more than we would normally get if we had the same story? No doubt initially we get a kick out of seeing someone start out young and gradually take on the appearance and the maturity of older age. But do we really think in our seeing that we have gotten a greater insight of life's great mystery? The same mystery's there. The same questions are not answered. We naively leave the theater feeling that we have captured fresh new meaning, and I suspect we have just been hoodwinked by a new idea that doesn't work to give us a greater appreciation for the miracle that's before us. Mason does grow in his perception of how he ought to live in the moment now, how he needs to seize the moment. Yet in his last line, he flips that truth in a way that does show new wisdom. Just hearing that last line might make all the rest worth seeing. But that line could have been said by anybody who represents dawning wisdom. In the end, because I felt insulted by its vacuity, Boyhood gets 6. What my grade grants: 8, about as good as it could get; 7, lacking that bit of excellence; 6, somehow it didn't work well; 5, I have to feel bad about it; and 4, all that work and nothing to show. That's all for now. For more reports, see HumblerActsMovieblog.com. That is spelled out HumblerActsMovieblog.com. Thank you.